Think back. I want you to go back to the very beginning. Think back to when you were 10 years old. Close your eyes. Remember a single summer afternoon. July, midday. Do you remember the texture of it? The heat of the sun on your skin. The sticky feeling of melting ice cream. The sound of the cicadas buzzing in the trees. The smell of the rain hitting the hot asphalt. It felt heavy. It felt slow. It felt like the clock had stopped ticking. A single hour playing outside, it felt like a novel. A single day, it felt like an entire lifetime. You could lay in the grass. You could watch the clouds move for what seemed like hours. Time was not something you chased. Time was something you swam in. It was abundant. It was infinite. But look at you now. Open your eyes. Look at your life today. You blink. It is Monday morning. You blink again. It is Friday night. The weekend vanishes in a heartbeat. You celebrate New Year's Eve. You watch the fireworks. And suddenly, you are buying Christmas gifts again. You look at the calendar. You see the year 2015. Your brain says that was a couple of years ago, but the math says it was a decade ago. It hits you in the chest, a physical feeling, panic. Where did it go? Who pressed the fast forward button? It feels like sand slipping through your fingers. The tighter you hold it, the faster it falls. You are running on a treadmill, and it keeps speeding up. And you can't get off. This is not just your imagination. This is not just being busy. This is a universal human condition. It has puzzled philosophers, scientists, poets for centuries. But why? Is the universe actually speeding up? Is gravity changing? Or is your biological machine breaking down? Welcome to Mind Odyssey. Today we are going to stop the clock. We are going deep. We will explore the math, the biology, the physics, and the psychology of time. We will find out why you are losing your life to speed, and most importantly, we will teach you how to hit the brakes. Let's start with the logic, the cold, hard math. Because believe it or not, your panic can be explained by a simple fraction. In 1877, a French philosopher named Paul Janet found the answer. He called it the proportional theory. But today, we have a better name for it. We call it the toilet paper paradox. Imagine your life as a roll of paper. When you are a child, the roll is brand new. It is thick. Every time you turn it once, the paper covers a long distance. The circumference is wide, but as you get to the end of the roll, the circle is smaller. You turn it once, and only a tiny bit of paper comes off. The roll spins faster and faster as it gets smaller. Now, apply this to your age. Imagine you are 5 years old. One single year represents 20% of your entire existence. Think about that fraction. 1/5 of everything you have ever known. That single year is massive. It is filled with firsts. First day of school, first bicycle ride, first broken bone, first best friend. Because it takes up so much space in your history, it feels heavy. It feels significant. Now, fast forward. Imagine you are 50 years old. 1 year, it is merely 2% of your life. Mathematically, the year has not changed. It is still 365 days. It is still 8,760 hours. But to you, it is a tiny sliver, insignificant. It is a drop in the ocean of your memory. As you get older, each year becomes a smaller fraction. The older you get, the less value a single year holds. This is called the logarithmic scale, but math is only the beginning. Because inside your body, there is a literal engine, and that engine is running out of fuel. This brings us to a theory you probably haven't heard. It is called the metabolic clock. Scientists have discovered something amazing. We don't just have one clock on the wall. We have a clock in our blood. In the 1960s, psychologists did a fascinating experiment. They asked young people and elderly people to close their eyes. They asked them to guess when 1 minute had passed. The results were shocking. Young people guessed almost perfectly, but elderly people, they waited much longer. To them, a real minute felt like only 40 seconds. Why? Because of metabolism. Your perception of time is linked to your heart rate, your breathing, your internal temperature. Think of a child. Children have fast hearts. They have fast breathing rates. Their metabolism burns bright. It burns hot. They have more biological ticks per minute because their internal clock is ticking rapidly. Tick, 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 tick. The outside world seems to move slowly. They can fit more life into a single minute. But as we age, our engine cools down, our metabolism slows, our heart rate drops. Our internal clock begins to drag, tick, tick, tick. Because your internal rhythm is slow, the world around you seems to race by. You are literally out of sync. You are out of sync with reality. Your body is playing a slow song, while the universe plays a fast one. But biology is not the biggest killer. The biggest killer of time is boredom. The biggest enemy is not aging, it is routine. Neuroscientists call this the holiday paradox. Let me ask you a question. What did you have for lunch last Tuesday? You probably can't remember. Why? Because it was the same sandwich you always have. It was unremarkable. Here is the secret. Your brain does not measure time with a stopwatch. It measures time with data. It measures time with new memories. When you are a child, the world is a mystery. Your brain is writing new code every single day. This is fire. This is a dog. This is blue. This is pain. Because the brain is recording so much data, the file size is huge. Huge file size equals long time. But as adults, we enter the routine trap. We drive the same way to work. We talk to the same 5 people. We eat the same food. Your brain is a remarkably efficient machine. It says, I have seen this before. I don't need to save this. So it stops recording. It goes into autopilot mode. This is called cognitive filtering. Have you ever driven home and realized you don't remember the drive? You don't remember the turns. You don't remember the traffic lights. It's like you teleported. You didn't teleport. You just didn't record it. If you live on autopilot for 10 years, your brain deletes those 10 years. It compresses them into one single memory labeled work. You aren't just losing time. You are deleting your own biography. You are editing your own life movie, and you are cutting out all the scenes. And now, we have a new enemy. Our ancestors had routine, but they didn't have this: the digital black hole. We are living in an era of context switching. How do you spend your free time? You scroll. You watch a 15-second clip of a cat, then a 15-second clip of a war, then a 15-second clip of a recipe. Your brain is jumping. It jumps between emotions so fast, it cannot process any of them. There is no narrative. There is no story. It is just junk data. Because there is no emotional connection, your brain classifies this time as garbage. It deletes it instantly. You sit down at 8 p.m., you look up, it's midnight, 4 hours of your life, gone. You didn't learn, you didn't rest, you didn't create, you just existed, you were in the gray zone. This destroys your dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that makes the world feel sharp. It makes it feel exciting. When we flood our brain with cheap digital hits, we become numb. The world becomes gray. And a gray world fades away faster than a colorful one. We are trading our time for pixels. We have talked about math, biology, and routine. Now, let's get weird. Let's talk about physics. In 2019, Professor Bejan proposed a theory that changed everything. He says, time is vision. Imagine a high-speed camera. It takes 1,000 frames per second. When you play it back, everything is slow, smooth, detailed. That is the brain of a child. Their neural networks are simple, clean, fast. They capture thousands of mental images per minute. They see more of the world. But as we age, our neural networks get complicated, tangled. The signal physically takes longer to travel, from your eye to your brain. We start to drop frames, like a laggy video game. Your brain processes fewer images per second. So, to you, the world looks like it is speeding up. You are literally seeing less of your own life. There is also a phenomenon called saccadic masking. When your eyes move from one point to another, your brain goes blind for a millisecond. It cuts the video feed so you don't get dizzy. As we get older, our eyes move slower. The gaps get bigger. Your brain is editing out milliseconds of your reality. Every single day, physics is stealing your time. There is one final psychological trick. It is called forward telescoping. This explains why 2015 feels like yesterday. When an event is traumatic, or highly emotional, or famous, our brain pulls it closer. We remember the birth of a child, or a graduation, or a global event, like vivid pictures. Because they are so clear, our brain assumes they happened recently. But the boring days, the days you sat in traffic, the days you did laundry, the brain pushes those far away. It blurs them out, so you have a few clear memories from 10 years ago, and a massive gap of nothing in between. This collapses your timeline. It makes a decade feel like a week. It is a telescoping effect. Your past is shrinking behind you. So, is this it? Are we doomed? Are we doomed to watch our lives vanish? Are we passengers on a train with no brakes? No, we cannot stop the math. We cannot reverse our biology. But we can hack our psychology. Here is the 3-step protocol to physically slow down time. Step 1. Break the script. You don't need to fly to Mars. You don't need to quit your job. You just need micro-adventures. Take a different route to work. Brush your teeth with your left hand. Listen to music you hate. Force your brain to pay attention. When the brain is confused, it wakes up. It starts recording in 4K resolution again. A difficult, uncomfortable day feels long. A comfortable day vanishes. Choose difficulty. Step 2. Stop the scroll. Create analog hours. Spend 1 hour a day without screens. Just walk. Just eat. Just sit. Boredom is good. Boredom stretches time. When you remove the digital noise, you start to feel the texture of life again. You feel the weight of the hour. Step 3. Seek awe. Stand in front of the ocean. Look at the stars. Look at a complex painting. Awe is the only emotion that stops the clock. It forces you into the now. It shuts down the background noise. And the now? It is the only place where time stands still. The ancient Greeks had 2 words for time, chronos and kairos. Chronos is the ticking clock. It is the seconds that march us toward death. We cannot stop Chronos. But Kairos? Kairos is deep time. It is measured in moments, not minutes. It is the feeling of kissing someone you love. It is the feeling of watching a sunset. We cannot make our lives longer, but we can make them wider. We can make them deeper. We can fill the container of our life with so much color, so much novelty, and so much love, that even if the years are short, the memories are long. Don't let your life be a blur. Wake up. This is Mind Odyssey. If you are ready to slow down, subscribe to the journey. And tell me in the comments, what is one new thing you will try this week?